In Unit 20, Part 2, we were talking about simple and compound interest. With quite a few definitions we need to go over first. First thing is interest. Interest is the amount earned or paid for the use of money. So interest could be a good thing or a bad thing for you. If you put money in the bank, you put your money in the bank, or in some sort of savings account or stock account or whatever, you can earn interest on that, which would be good. It's more money for you. Now, you can also borrow money, so to buy a house, to buy a car, student loans, whatever, you're borrowing money, and that means you have to pay interest on top of the amount you borrow. So say I borrowed $20,000, but I have to pay interest, I could actually wind up paying much more than that $20,000. The principal is the original amount that you either put into the deposit into the bank or that you borrow from the bank. So again, it can be either way. It can be the amount you're taking out or the money you're putting in. Simple interest is interest that's only earned on the principal. We'll talk about compound in a second. But simple interest is only earned or paid on the principal amount. And then the annual interest rate is the percent of the principal earned or paid per year. So that's going to be a percentage, like 5%. So it says finding simple interest. The simple interest is given by the formula I equals PRT, where P is the principal, R is the annual interest rate, and T is the time in years. So I equals PRT will give you your amount of interest. Now, if you want your balance, that formula is going to be A equals P plus PRT. So your account balance is your principal plus the interest. P would be the principal, P times R times T would be your interest. So it says to find the interest and the balance of the account. So let's start with finding the interest. So interest is going to be PRT. P is the principal, which is 200 in this case. R is the interest rate written as a decimal, so 0.04. And T is the time. Time is always in years, so 3. So if we multiply all those, our interest would be $24. 200 times 0.04 times 3 is $24. Then to find our account balance, that's our principal plus our interest. So that would be our principal of 200 plus the interest we earned, which is 24. And so our account balance would be $224. So again, interest is 24, balance is 224. I'm going to erase some of this to get it out of the way. For the next one, again, we're trying to find the interest. So interest equals PRT. So our interest would equal the principal, which is 1,200, times the interest rate written as a decimal, and then it's time in years. So I have 18 months, which would be 1.5 years. So again, this has to be in years, so I change to 1.5. 1 year is 12 months. I have 6 more months left over, so that's actually. So when I work that out, 1,200 times 0.05 times 1.5 is going to give me $90. So our interest is 90, and then to find our account balance, we do our principal of 1,200 plus our interest of 90 for a total of $1,290 for our account balance. All right, now if you scroll down to the column below it, we can also use to find an unknown quantity. So this would be when we're given a few things and we're looking for one. So we'll be given 3 things and we'll be looking for the 4th thing involved. So if you look at our first example, just to refresh your memory, A is the account balance, P is the principal, R is the interest rate, and T is the time. So our formula is A equals P plus PRT. So now we plug in what we have. We have an account balance of 672. We have a principal of 600 plus principal of 600 times an interest rate which we don't know in a time of 6 years. So I have 672 equals 600 plus. I can go ahead and multiply 600 times 6, and I'll get 3,600 times x. I'm trying to get x by itself, so I'm going to subtract 600 from both sides. I'll get 72 equals 3,600x. And then to get x by itself, I can divide both sides by 3,600. then this real quick. If I divide by 3,600, I get x equals 0.02. Now, you have to keep in mind we're looking for r, which is the interest rate. So I need to turn that into a percent, which would be 2%. Number 2, I will leave for you guys. Just do your best. If you have trouble, if I can get this page to slide up, just do your best. If you have any trouble, feel free to ask for help. On the back side, we're going to look at finding compound interest. On the front side, we talked about simple interest and how it was just earned on the principal. Compound interest is interest that's earned on the principal and any other previous interest that's been earned. So when you have compound interest, you're going to wind up with bigger numbers. The formula is here. I copied and pasted it out of the book. I also wrote it over here in red just in case that's hard to read. So our formula says the account balance equals the principal times the quantity 1 plus the interest rate to the t power. So that fact that we're taking it to a power instead of multiplying is what makes it higher. So all this work you'll do on your calculator because it'll be really hard to do this by hand. But I do want you to write out your equations so it's easier to follow. So A equals T, parentheses, 1 plus R to the T power. So my account balance is 300, which is my principal. I have 1 plus 3%, but I need to write it as a decimal, and then to the third power. So A equals 300, and parentheses of 1.03 to the third power. Now I'm going to put this in my calculator. You need to do 1.03 to the third power first, because of order of operations, then times 300, $327.82. So that would be your balance with compound interest. Number 2, I'll let you try, and then we have some review problems below that.